Crown's economics is an interesting subject that focuses at the different prices for both goods and services in different nations. In this short video, we'll look at why there are pricing differences between Europe as well as Turkey and examine how the differences influence businesses as well as consumers. 1. The role of currency exchange rates. One of the major aspects that can cause pricing differences in Europe in comparison to Turkey is exchange rates for currency. The amount of each country's currency can play a crucial role in determining what the product or service is likely to cost in the other country. When the exchange rate of two currencies fluctuates, it may impact the prices of both exports and imports, creating price differentials in the different market. 2. Cost of living and wages. Another factor that affects prices is the price of living as well as wages within the various countries. It is generally true that countries that have better living standards and wage levels tend to charge greater prices for both goods and services. Businesses need to fund higher expenses for labor and overhead expenditures, and these are apparent in their prices to the customers. In Europe, nations such as Germany as well as Switzerland have very high prices for income and living standards, leading to higher costs for items when compared with countries of Eastern Europe or Turkey. 3. Taxes and tariffs. The tariffs and taxes also are major factors that cause prices that differ in Europe as well as Turkey. Every nation is different in its tax policies and tariffs on imports/exports that may affect the cost of services and goods. As an example, in Europe, nations like Sweden and Denmark have tax rates that are high, and this can mean greater prices for goods when compared with countries that have low tax rates, such as Turkey. Furthermore, import taxes may also influence the prices of items, which makes these items more expensive to the consumer. 4. Market competition. The competition in markets is a further reason that can affect price differentials between Europe as well as Turkey. When markets are competitive, firms must provide reasonable prices to lure buyers. But in areas which are less competitive and less competition, companies are capable of charging greater prices without worry of losing clients. The result is prices that differ between nations with differing levels of competition. 5. Cultural and consumer preferences. The cultural and personal preferences of consumers are also a factor in pricing differences across nations. In Europe, consumers could have a greater value placed for certain services and goods, and this can lead to higher prices on those items. In contrast, it is the case in Turkey that consumers could have different priorities and preferences, and this can influence prices of both goods and services available on the marketplace. Recognizing these differences in culture is vital for firms trying to penetrate new markets and remain competitive. Conclusion: price differences between Europe and Turkey are due to various aspects, including exchange rates, costs of living, tax and tariffs, and market competition, as well as preference for culture and consumption. With a better understanding of these variables, business owners can make more informed decision-making about pricing strategies and entering markets. Consumers also gain from being aware of the factors that drive price fluctuations and making informed purchase decisions. A deeper knowledge of Crown economics could help companies and customers make sense of the market globally and succeed.